I've come to Loch and Eilein. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably completely butchered it, but basically I think that translates roughly as Loch of the Island, and it's a well-known loch here in the Cairngorms. For one specific reason, it's got a castle right in the middle of the loch itself, and it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Well, I thought while I'm up here in Scotland, I'd have to have a go at some woodland photography. I don't come here very often, so I wanted to try and get out and get some woodland photography. It's very cold this morning. It's about -7. The loch is predominantly frozen over and it's looking beautiful. We have got quite clear skies, which is going to be a bit of a challenge. And also I've been walking for probably about half an hour already and I've not seen one single composition. I think I'm struggling most because it's predominantly, as you can probably see behind me, a Scots pine forest. And as beautiful as they are, predominantly obviously they're really tall and the interest is kind of up there rather than down below. And obviously with that brings the challenge of getting the sky in the frame on a blue sky day like this, which doesn't tend to work very well for me. So yeah, it's proving to be a challenge. I will find something. Whether it's any good is a completely different matter. But yeah, come along for a walk with me and we'll see what we can find. And maybe we can even try and grab a photo of the castle itself. But it is a beautiful place and I'm just happy to be here and go for a nice walk around. What would be really nice is if we had nice sort of moody clouds, bit of fog, and some nice frost or some snow on the trees. But yeah, that's not going to happen. But still, beautiful place to be. Let's go and have a look. So I've come down to the edge of the loch and I've got a nice scene here. Right in the distance, basically, you've got this set of Scots pines that sort of fill pretty much the left half of the frame. It's kind of an image of two halves, really. And on the right-hand side, it's kind of interspersed with loads of silver birch. But it's looking really nice and frosty with the temperatures that we've got this morning. Just little hints of sort of frost on the edge of the branches. And also, I've got just at the bottom of the frame a touch of the loch itself, which at the moment is absolutely plastered in ice. So it just looks like a lovely wintry scene. I'd like a little bit more frost on the trees, if I'm honest, but the frost that's there, I might be able to just bring that up a little bit, just sort of enhance that slightly. But I think it's a really nice scene. So yeah, finally happy to get a photo in the bag. I think with woodland photography, it's one of them things, you get used to your woodland. Does that make sense? So I'm used to sort of like Cannock Chase and places like that, which is a world away from these sort of forests. So this is actually proving to be a massive, massive struggle for me. So yeah, a good challenge though. Really sort of does open up the eyes to new potential compositions. So I'm quite happy with this. I'll pop it on the screen and we'll go and see what else we can find. This is probably the sort of scene I'm looking for here with this this Scots pine leaning across the loch there. Got some lovely shape to it and it's catching some beautiful light. But as a composition, just a bit messy with these saplings at the bottom and this tree on the left hand side coming in as well. It's just a bit messy. I've tried framing it up and it's just not working for me. So I'm going to walk around a bit more. But I did just get the drone up for a short while and I took a photo of the castle. It's not great. More of a record shot, but I will pop it on screen for you anyway. And just going to continue to walk around the loch and see what photos we can grab. Silver birch, a lot of silver birch. Even better when it's covered in lichen. And yeah, I've got this sort of main sort of silver birch here. Some lichen growing out of it. But in the back, on the right hand side there's this Scots pine with some lovely branches coming out at the bottom, which is just what I'm looking for. I'm not a fan of those sort of real sort of straight scenes where it just looks like matchsticks. So I'm really happy with this. And what I really like as well is the floor. The floor is covered in this, I don't even know what it is. Is it bilberry or something? Let me know in the comments. But it's got lovely texture to it and just looks really luscious. Most of the woodlands that I'm used to back at sort of like Cannock Chase and whatnot, it's usually full of bracken and it just looks horrendous. Whereas this really does look beautiful. So yeah, really happy with this. And there's a hill behind, so it's managed to just cut the sky out a little bit and just make it all about the trees and this beautiful floor that we have. I have been very careful with the placement of the trees. Where it's got this sort of branch coming out of the side of the silver birch here, I'm placing the Scots pine real nice and sort of neatly between the sort of like little archway that's there, and it just works really well as a scene. And actually, just as I'm standing in this exact spot here, I'm seeing compositions all around, and it just goes back to what I always say, which is just slow down, and then you'll start to see stuff. Like just behind us there, there's a couple of Scots pines that look amazing, and there's one over in the distance over there, and there's actually a set of silver birch here, which is actually quite a nice scene. So potentially in this just one spot next to this main path, there's 4 compositions. So here's the first one. Let's go and frame up the other ones. Now this I really do like. The silver birch here with the lichen on, branches sort of arching over, a bit of deadfall as well, linking to some silver birch in the background just up here as well. Just a lovely sort of layered scene, and the way the sort of trees sort of interact with each other just looks really quite nice. There is a touch of sky just here, which I'm going to have to deal with in post, but it's just a touch, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, they've got a little bit of frost as well on this, whatever it is that's growing at the bottom there. I'm used to this. Probably the worst woodland photographer you've ever met. When it comes to knowledge anyway. But yeah, it's just a beautiful scene. Really is. Absolutely love it. So yeah, the morning's looking up. When I first got here, I was a bit disheartened. It was all a lot of sort of matchsticks. But as I've walked along and my eyes have sort of opened a bit, yeah, I'm seeing compositions all around. So this is actually just one of those photos that I saw when I was just framing up that last shot. So there's still shots to be had over here as well, I'm sure of it. So put this one on screen and let's go and see what else we can get in this little pocket here. So I've just realised I spent the whole morning talking to you without my mic turned on, so the only audio you've had is actually on this Pocket 3 itself. So I hope the audio has been okay. But using the same tree I was photographing a second ago, I've actually got a second composition. I think I prefer the first one still, but I think it's still a strong composition. And it does really show that when you get a composition, try and refine it, because you never know, you might actually get something better. In this case, I don't think it's better, but it's still another good composition. And it's using these main 2 silver birch again. This obviously bit of deadfall that's going straight across the frame, but then you've got the Scots pine there in the background just coming into the top of the scene, and it's a lovely scene. Like I say, I prefer the other one still, I think, standing here in the field anyway. But yeah, when I get back into post, we'll see how it looks. But yeah, I still think it's a very strong composition. So I'm going to pop this on screen, and I'm going to have a look at a couple over here, and then go on a little bit further before we head back to the car, because I want the promise of a full Scottish fry up, and I can't wait. Okay, I've taken a photo I'm not too sure about. It's actually a pano, a 6-week pano from left to right, pretty much what you can see behind me here. So basically arching this silver birch in the middle here, you've got these 2 magnificent Scots pines. and I've angled the camera sort of slightly downhill because it is on a bit of a slant, and I think it'd look a bit weird if it wasn't looking quite straight. So the pano's sort of sweeping down the hill ever so slightly, just to straighten things off. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to work too well, but I do love that silver birch in the middle, and I love the light that's on it at the moment. It's a lovely soft light, so I'm thinking about darkening the sides down quite a lot and making it really just about this window into this silver birch with that beautiful lichen on it. Yeah, it looks really nice. I just don't know if it's going to work as a photo. Well, I'll have a go at processing it. If it works out any good, I'll pop it on screen. I found a lovely wintry looking scene here. It's quite boggy section. There's a lot of frost on the ground and on a lot of the branches and on the leaves and stuff as well. It looks beautiful. Now I've got this Scots pine here, and that's the star of the show, if you like. But these fallen branches also really add to the scene. And then just anchor on the left hand side, there's also another sort of Scots pine, which is quite a straight looking one, which looks really quite nice. And yeah, it's a really nice scene. Again, I've got a touch of the sky in the frame. I'm going to remove that in post. It's just a sliver in the corner. I've got no issues with that. But it's a really nice scene. There's a couple of silver birch dotted in there as well, just for that extra added interest. And I've had to be really, really careful with the placement of this. And I'm on this sort of bank here, balanced a little bit, because if I come over here, you can start to see the main sort of feature tree has another tree directly behind it, which just stands out a bit too much. So I've removed that by just moving over to the right ever so slightly and just sort of masking it out, if you like. But it's beautiful. It's so quiet, so peaceful, so cold. But the sun has just started to breach over the top of the hills here. So we're going to start to get some probably quite harsh sort of spotlights in a minute. In fact, I'm starting to see some of the trees just over there. So I'm not sure how much longer I've got this morning, but I'm going to head this way for another 5 or so minutes. If we see any more shots, we'll take them and I'll talk you through them. But after that, I'm going to get back to the holiday cottage for that nice Scottish breakfast. And yes, haggis is included, and black pudding, obviously. Okay, walked a little bit further, and I have got a photo here of the silver birch with the lichen hanging over this sort of meadow part here, and on the right hand side I'm just anchoring it with this pine tree. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice because it's set against the backdrop of this hill here with some nice little rocky outcrops, and the frost that's on the sort of the downy birch here is looking beautiful. It really is. Yeah, it's just a really nice scene. So that's me, I'm done. I need to get out of here because I didn't realise the time, it's actually about 20 past 11, so it's not going to be a full Scottish breakfast, it's going to be a full Scottish lunch, brunch. Yeah, I need to get back and yeah, go and scoff my face. Anyway, let me wrap up here then by putting this photo on screen, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, see you soon.